So, we were talking a little bit about this ESPN laying off Van Gundy, Steve Young, Susie Colbert. You know what it's telling me, Goo, is people want to hear more opinions. People want to hear more rumors.
You going hot take?
People want to hear more hot takes. Yeah.
No, well,
I got a question for our
Van
audience.
Gundy was giving us hot takes during the 3 hours that we watch a basketball game. So,
But I don't think any of his takes were particularly hot. Like, he's opinionated. I don't think it, honestly, what is a hot take?
see, I got to be careful here.
Let me ask let me ask Bay Area fans. What's the difference between a hot take and what's the difference between a troll,
Okay.
a hot take, and what else?
That's it.
Okay.
A hot take is something, it's not about right or wrong. It's about, I believe, you believe everything you're saying with that take. To me, that's a hot take.
Okay.
A troll is Skip Bayless, who I spent half my life watching. Now I've come to the realization, Skip, if you need me, he don't believe half of the stuff he's saying. He's doing it for you to tune in. So to me, it's not authentic. And I could be wrong. He could be like, you don't know. But to me, a hot take, Steiny, I welcome him, is anybody that has that passion behind this is how I see it. But I believe that you believe what's coming out of your mouth. A troll is, you're just doing that to get reaction. Welcome to Twitter.
Yeah, I'm just I'm just curious because look, a lot of times people will say that I'm trolling or I'm hot taking, and I'm like, what's a hot take? Saying, maybe the Warriors should pivot off Draymond Green. Steiny is the hot take master.
I saw that. Brandon Ayuk.
I'll tell you what, Brandon
Not Ayuk.
You give me one hot take of mine. What's a hot take? What?
I'm your partner. I got
what,
and nothing's wrong with a hot take.
Go ahead, Evan.
The Warriors are done winning chips. Go ahead, Evan. My bad.
Well, I don't think that's his hottest take. Probably something like, well, I don't know. I mean, would you consider this a troll? Like your conversation surrounding George Kittle, like the last couple of years. Would you consider that trolling or a hot take?
Oh.
That's a great comp.
That's
But you've admitted to you were playing with
No,
that.
I'm not. It is not a hot take to say George Kittle might be a better blocker than pass catcher. That is not a hot take. That's a legitimate take.
Trent Williams is a myth?
I do think Trent Williams is overrated. He got called for a lot of penalties last year.
He's one of the best to ever do
Why?
it, though.
You know what? And this is why. You cannot show me any film.
Oh, there's some where he's throwing the guys to Hayward.
No, you are taking the word of other linemen.
No, he was a Redskin, Steiny. I watched his career.
You didn't watch an offensive lineman's career. Please.
Steiny, stop. He's one of the best at that position, man.
You cannot tell the difference between offensive linemen. Goo, come on
What
now.
are you saying, Steiny? How do you make the Pro Bowl? How do you watch a game?
Because it's a popularity
you're
contest.
talking about a left tackle, which is the most important position on the O-line. The quarterback's life. Trent Williams has mastered it. Is he what he is now? No.
Exactly.
But he's still pancaking dudes left and right.
No, he's not.
Steiny.
No, he's not.
Gosh.
Where's Mark Ibanez when you need him? Where's Mark Ibanez when you need him?
And I'm not here to Evan, help. I need you to, what's the referee, the boxing ref, Richard Steele. But I'm not even here to argue. But when you say that about Kittle, the way you say it,
Trent Williams had a good
people
year.
Receive it as you're trying to diminish George Kittle like he's not good.
Well, that's because you guys can't understand basic freaking English. And because you guys all have an agenda behind something, he might be a better blocker than pass catcher.
And he could be great at both.
That's right. But see, like, you can't handle it. It's really weird. People just can't handle stuff that are said in a certain way. Like, you have to. No,
I'm just trying to get George Kittle his propers, just like I'm trying to give your boy Williams his props. He's up there with Munoz. He's up there with some of the greatest offensive line, Munoz, some of the greatest offensive linemen to ever do it, Steiny.
He did not have a good year.
I'm not saying that.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying the whole enchilada and why he was brought in. You like that? You like that? That's who he blocked for.
This is where, now I am going to. I said, you can tell the difference between a good offensive lineman and an average offensive lineman.
I'm not telling you I'm Ron Jaworski.
Thank you.
I'm telling you.
So say you're wrong.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you offensive line. I know line play.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do, Steiny.
You do not know line play.
What do I need to tell you about Rofe? William.
He played for the Saints.
Okay.
Even I know that.
All right, but
Willie.
He was one of the greats, greatest to ever do it. Larry Allen in Dallas.
I can name great offensive Conrad Dobler.
Well, but I'm just telling you.
Jim Otto. I mean, I could do it too.
The offense don't function on the ground or in the air without some badasses.
It's very, the offensive line is very important.
Trent Williams is one of the best to ever do it. What he is now and last year, I'll give you that win. Yeah. If you want to say he slipped, he's a beast.
He was.
Yeah. That's a hot take.
I don't think so. I don't think it's a hot take to say that Trent Williams has slipped.
Well, that would be the truth.
But that's the opposite of a hot take.
He was first-team All-Pro last year, though. I mean, it's got to be good for something.
It's good for something. But it's just like Draymond Green. If you go from Defensive Player of the Year to Defensive Player second team, it's like, are you still a good defensive player?
Yeah,
you're great. But you're not as good as you were because you're not Defensive Player of the Year.
So Steph's not MVP.
Uncle Looney. Somebody put a poll up. Someone put a poll up
for.
Steiny can never admit when he's wrong. Yes, I can. Of course I can. Just prove it one time. Prove it.
What happens daily?
Yeah, right. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, and all y'all on the YouTube, stop thinking you know line play.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I do have a hot take that has been uttered on these mics.
Oh, go ahead.
Chris Paul is washed.
Hold on. 888-957-9570. Sorry about it. I'm going to set you up again. I'm going to do it right, Evan. We're going to do it live. 888-957-9570 is the number. Okay, what's a hot take that one of us had on the radio?
Well, it wasn't you guys. It was one of our brethren who's actually in Hawaii, not in Tahoe. Chris Paul
was
is washed.
in this camp. Yeah, you could say me too. I was with him.
I feel like that's kind of a hot take.
I think it is too.
But I don't think there's a lot of people out there that would disagree with you, Evan.
Yes.
There's some that would, but that's 50-50, 60-40.
The argument was very simple. Chris Paul was called washed. I said he's not washed. And then the definition of washed changed so as somebody didn't have to be wrong. Because the definition of washed turned into, well, I'm talking about a guy who was an all-star and now he just comes off the bench and plays 20 minutes a night. Well, to me, that's not washed. It's like being a pretty good sixth man. So, no, Chris Paul is not washed. How can he be? Like, he averaged 14 and 9 last year, 30 minutes a game. What do you got on your mind, bud?
No, I'm just, that floats your boat. It don't float mine. It's like the Draymond thing. He's not, I can't see he'll never be.
Do you think Chris Paul's washed?
He's not at the top of his game.
You're right.
And you know what? It's not his dribbling. It's not his shooting. It's not his percentages. It's to me, and I know here you come. You're in the cop car. But Steiny, it's his body. Like, I don't trust him to last. Like, you're going to say this. Everybody gets hurt, but his just seemed to be at the most inopportune time. That's why I'm so out on Paul. But I'm not going to call an NBA player washed.
Well, I didn't say you couldn't.
Well,
I just don't think Chris Paul's washed.
James Harden, I'm being honest, he washed?
No, but he
he
can't win with him. You can't win with them.
Let them down. He gave you 2 games, Steiny.
Okay.
He gave you 2 games.
Are you serious?
I'm being hella real.
So James Harden can win a title as the second best player on the team.
I'm not
Philly
ready to say
could have won a title.
I'm not saying. Yes, they could have.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, they could have.
Playing the way they play.
Embiid got hurt, Steiny. Embiid got
So
hurt.
2 guys could have won it for him.
If they got more. They got Maxey. They had a team.
Tobias
they have a
Harris,
team.
who they're trying to trade?
Yeah.
Goo. See,
They
that's
sent
a
him
hot
packing
take.
just like
That's a hot take.
Phoenix sent CP3 packing.
That's a hot take. Saying James Harden and Embiid can still get it done.
Well, not still. It's over.
Well, yes.
That's why
James
I'm
Harden.
disappointed in Harden. I'm done now with him.
Oh.
But I'm done now thinking that was a perfect opportunity to at least get to the finals, Steiny. And he gave you 2 games. He sucked in the other ones, but Embiid got hurt just like Giannis did for Milwaukee. But I just ain't falling for, if he goes here now, I'm talking about Harden, he'll
Well,
put
that's
you
what I'm
over
saying.
the top.
That's what I'm saying about all these guys. But you know what? I may put Kawhi in there now. Harden,
Because
Westbrook.
of injury, not
So
because
what?
of his play.
Well, that's you just criticize Chris
Right.
Paul till the cows come home because of injury.
Right, but
If you don't play, you don't play.
But athletically, when Leonard played, he looked like Leonard.
No, he didn't.
He was a monster, Steiny.
He's not. He's lost.
Yeah, I get you,
something.
but you could still be dominant where he was at when he was in his prime to where he was at this. Dude, he looked like Kawhi Leonard some nights. You can tell he'll
Some
never
nights.
be. The lateral movement is gone.
Okay, well,
But
that's important.
yeah, but for him to, what happened to Kawhi? He's not playing, and it'd be catastrophic. That's what's getting so tiring, and that's why nobody's going to give him a max. I don't believe.
He's doing it again. I can't get a grasp
No,
of
dude,
it.
it's Friday. It's 4th of July.
No.
I'm a cheat. I'm ready. But I got a question of what you said, the whole how we jumped off on this conversation.
All your takes are hot takes.
No, but about Van Gundy, they're not in position, and I'm not saying you're wrong. You said everybody wants to hear a hot take, and I don't disagree with you. I think it's actually getting the other way, Steiny. People are getting tired because they think everybody's trying to be Stephen A. and these guys that have these strong opinions. But a guy like Van Gundy was let go, and his job is just to call the game, and he perfected it. So I don't get why you feel like he lost something on his fastball. Disney is not doing well. The question is why, Steiny? Why? What's going on with ESPN? How much ESPN do you watch when a game is not on?
None.
I watch it for.
None.
You don't watch SportsCenter?
Why?
Oh my God!
I get my sports news other places on the internet and on. I mean, if it's on, I guess I'll watch it to see some scores.
Evan, do you watch SportsCenter? Like, I got to get one a night. I try to aim for more, but it's one.
Well, I did when Neil Everett was on, but his 23-year run is now over. So
23 years.
Who?
Neil Everett.
how's it?
It happens. It's capitalism.
I ain't happy about it. How about that?
You better worry about your own back, as Phil Mike says.
Yeah, no doubt. Wash your back is what he said.
888-957-9570. Free agency starting in 4 hours. And
Come on, give us something.
this is bothering me, too, now about you. It hasn't started yet. Like, stop saying.
Normally in the
Warriors
past,
they haven't gotten a big man. That's because free agency hasn't started.
And there's nothing on the vet minimum market that's going to get him.
You don't know that.
All right, give me a prediction.
Jock
Give me a
Londale,
hot take.
baby.
Give me a hot take.
The hot take is the. Okay, here's a hot
Mo
take.
Bamba is not playing for the vet minimum.
Well, they bought him out, so I think he got bought out, right? So he's still going to make the money that he was owed, unless they waived him. But I thought they bought him out, but I'm not sure to re-sign Austin Reeves. I thought too much woke and SJW.
Man.
What's SJW?
I don't know. I know what the woke is.
Yeah, woke. Here Jose's got some hot takes. Steiny, please get off Guru.
Dude, we got a poll up. Can Steiny ever admit when he's wrong? I just put no. 78 to 22. 78% said you can't admit when you're wrong. 79.
Tell me when I'm wrong.
Jose,
I'm not taking Jose.
you called for him already.
Yeah, but now I just changed my mind. What's up, Jose? How you doing?
Hey, listen, guys, how you doing? Steiny, you mentioned that list earlier about guys you're not hot on anymore,
Yeah.
guys you're sick of hearing.
Yes.
And I heard Harden on there. I heard Westbrook. All that stuff makes sense.
Yes.
But then you take shots at Paul George.
Yeah.
Paul George. Paul George, where's this coming from? Yeah, he's hurt and everything.
Yeah, I don't like
guy
it.
who's averaged 20 points per game.
I don't like
Talk
it.
to him, Jose.
Shoot, how long now?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Now?
I don't like it.
Why?
He's not a winner.
8-time All-Star, 4-time All-Defensive Player. This guy's been hurt. Like he's not washed.
I don't like it.
Thank you, Jose.
I never said washed for those players. I said non-factors, and I'm done with them. And they don't change the makeup of a team. That's all. I don't like Paul George.
You and Dickinson, why?
He hates him more than me.
Yeah, but Dickinson gives a he says Paul George, he's too cool for school. But I've seen him put it all out there on the line, Steiny. I messed with PG-13. And who was this youngster that said that was his that just got drafted? LeBron wasn't his king, it was PG-13. PG is bad.
And by bad, you mean hurt? Guru.
Bad meaning good. Your boy,
it's like
Indiana
Steiny,
Paul
leave
George was
Guru
broke.
alone. It's like everything
I don't
he says,
need
I
you
got
to-
a question.
It don't matter. I'm the boxer here.
Steiny, would you trade Chris Paul for Paul George?
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, who wouldn't?
See, here's the 510. Now, this is a hot take, and I would see. This is what bothers me. Paul is a certified Paul George is a certified loser. Now, I wouldn't even say that. I just don't
I
like
appreciate
it.
you saying that because
I
that's
just
too
don't
harsh
like
for
it.
you because you don't like language like that.